Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, and tonight we're back to settle the score. Well, when I say score, it's Bleaberry Fell again, the one where I had to decamp. So I've brought the Hilleberg Soulo with me. Forecast is pretty much the same as last time, except wet. So we're not going to be wandering around the fells tonight doing any night nav. We're just going to be going straight up to Bleaberry Fell, looking for this little gap here. So where I'm at here now, even got a little bit of blue sky, but look what's coming our way. So looking towards Skidder there, I can just kind of see through the clouds. You won't believe it's 3:30 and it's dark, it's really dark. Yeah, we're going to just make a straight beeline for Bleaberry. We're not going to be faffing around. Although I'd love to, but yeah, I'm just going to go straight up there and hopefully get pitched. I mean, it was going to be dark when we get there. We won't be moving from the pitch. Pretty determined tonight, unless I've forgotten something really stupid. I think we should be all right. So when I was editing the film last week, a week before, whenever it was, I was looking at different maps, and OS doesn't have where I'm going on it. There's right, so just as I was talking about maps, I've just realised I forgot my sat nav. I've left it in the car. Fortunately, it's not too far. I could have done without it, but the other aim of this video is to find my glove I missed the other week, because I've got it all recorded on my sat nav. So I'm going to go down. Thankfully, it's a pain, but it's not too far. That's if I have put it in the car. If I haven't, then we're just going to go up and change the story. We're not going to find the glove unless I've actually got it logged on Strava or something like that, which I could possibly have, because sometimes my Garmin handheld uploads to that as well. So quite possibly we might have to try that. But we'll go down, see what we can see. If not, we'll be using the mobile. It'll be an absolute pain. What I have noticed though, as I got up there, I had a look, and what I thought was Bleaberry has got snow on it. And looking over now, I can actually see Latrig, which is over there, which is in the dark, obviously. But behind there, at a similar level to Bleaberry, there is snow. So we might have a snowy camp, fully snowy. Thankfully, I've packed all my winter gear. I've got my lovely Nuclei SV, which for winter wet weather is perfect, because it's insulated. It's a synthetic insulation, and I've got some other gloves as a backup. So they're the I think Montaigne, what are they called now, Powerline or something like that. So I've got them to wear, and I might actually put them on soon because my hands are actually getting a bit cold. Right, it's getting dark already. Guess what I've got? And we're setting off again. I've also pretty warm already. Once I climb up here, it'll level off a bit, so I will cool out. I'm still needing them gloves. Well, I'm back up to where I was. You can just see that black line coming in. So much darker already, and I've still got a little while to go. But fortunately, we've got the sat nav. I've got my head torch. So yeah, so we've doubled the climb. by doing that. Leaving my chest pod open again. That's no good. Unfortunately, I thought I was going to get up to Bleaberry and it'd still be a bit light. So I haven't brought the camera torch. So I've only got this thing. Maybe if I point it down like that, you can see my face. That's at least something. And I can see the ground still. I mean, I can still walk without a light at the moment. It's still pretty, it's just dull. But we're going to be going off the OS map. This is why I kind of need this. I believe this path does actually, looking at it on different maps, it does actually take a straight line towards Bleaberry. And I don't know if you can see, but up there I can see what I think is Bleaberry, and I can see snow on it. So yeah, we'll be in the snow this time, and it's starting to rain. Right, the good thing about these Petzl lights that I like, this is the Petzl Now RL, the 2024 one or 23 one, I think. It's got the battery and everything on the back of it, so you can, all it is on the front is an LED and a switch, so you can have it right down like that, or you can have it right up like that. And also, when you've got a hood on, the lip, I don't know if you can see, but the lip kind of sits so it hooks around the torch, so it's quite useful. I do have, or had the old, or one of the very first Petzl Nows, where the reactive side of it was a huge thing on top. Yeah, it didn't react as fast as this thing does. So when you're sort of in mist and stuff, it was all over the place. This thing changes, so it's still there, but it's slightly better technology. Right, this is a bit of unknown for me about this path. I assumed it circumnavigated Waller, but I'm either a little bit, see, you can't, even with the brightest head torch, you can't really see through. Yeah, so I think Waller's just up there in the dark. And we're, obviously you can see the track here. It's quite a big track to follow as well. This is perhaps one the farmer would take, because it looks about quad bike size. By the time I get out here on this side, I should be able to, I know the path quite well, so I should be able to see where I'm at. I think we are basically at the top of Cat Gill now. Okay, the path is just narrowing now. I can see what looks like lights over the other side. I can still see a bit of shade over Bleaberry, and this is where the path splits up. So we're on here, just look to the right, you can see the main path. So we're right on the path. I can't see anything now without my torch, I'm afraid, because we've only got one torch. The video is going to be fairly dark now. Things are all blurry. Yeah, so we've crossed all the streams now. So we're basically just onto a felt path. And just need to follow this all the way up to the top of Bleaberry. No sooner do I say that, look what we got. Snow! It's my first proper winter camp. I've had it cold, but we've never had pitching on snow for a while. So this should be good fun. Hopefully the wind stays down like it already is now. So this is a classic case. Had the sensor on, and this is a classic case of why you need the sensor off sometimes. It was just on dull. It was just literally, I thought the battery was going, and I thought I'll just put it on to off sensor. Look at the difference. I mean, it was on that, so all I could see, obviously I can see a bit more than the camera, but I could see pretty much there. So even when we're on full whack, the sensor's not doing anything. So long press, and then we get this, and we can see all the snow. And to be fair, I can't see any more than what the camera can see. So we're just going to carry on climbing up here. All we have to do is stick to this path. So there's no navigation really. Nice and simple. Just straight up to the top. I was here 2 weeks ago and back again. Look how easy it is to lose the path. This path is super wide, and I can kind of see where it's at, but it is super easy to... I mean, this is like an inch of snow, and this is why we have cairns. And then we're up to the sheep pen again. Oh. And then we're at the sheep pen. So this is where I veered off into where I lost my glove. Yeah, so we're going to pick that up tomorrow, and that's what we're going to try and see if we can find it. So hopefully it doesn't snow too much, because we'll never find it. This is where it levels off, and right, we're going to start climbing. We've got this level walk now, and then we're going to start climbing up to Bleaberry. Yeah, well, I think we are proper in this. I was going to say we'll be proper in the snow up there, but I think we're proper in the snow now. It's quite good because it's a lot lighter than normal ground. We can see more. Right, here's more of a puddle. Again, with your boots on. There's definitely an argument for wearing boots. I know people say sometimes, oh, you can get away without them. But when you've got water crossings like that are about 2 inch deep, with boots on you can just walk through it. Snow's getting a bit thicker now as we're climbing up. And I've got some spikes with me, and I was just wondering whether I should put them on or not, but knowing this is pretty fresh snow at the minute, might need them in the morning. So what I was doing is just getting to a stone and just sort of kicking it and see if it was icy, where it looks like it's going to be icy, but there's no ice on it. Fairly grippy climbing up here. But yeah, just keep doing that, keep checking for bits of ice, and then once you start seeing them, be careful. Obviously in fresh snow like this, you do get a fair bit of grip, but also what you don't see is if there's water being running and there's ice underneath, you don't see that either. Usually 9 times out of 10 it's melted and you can see the ice. But yeah, just keep an eye out for it. Okay, this is where it starts getting steeper. I'm getting to the steps now. Keeping an eye out for any ice. And we should be alright with this route. The little steppy bit is probably the worst place because on top it's fairly grassy, so it should be alright, but it's mainly where all these rocks are. Getting to these are the steep steps, so what I am doing every step, I'm just kind of not stepping down, kind of stepping across and like almost like sliding into it, like as if it was like a really steep incline and you had to wedge your things. It's mainly just checking the stones every time you go, because that one there is actually starting to feel a bit icy already. Instead of just placing your foot down, kind of kick it in like that, and as you can see, there's all the way down there as well. So I don't want to be slipping. Because again, this is, although an easy walk, you're not going to stop if you slip. So we've got these steps, and then pretty much when we get to the top there, it'll be all right. So don't quite need the spikes on yet. but if this was a bit more hard pack, I'd definitely put them on. But yeah, just checking every step as you're going along. We're off the pitching now, off most of it, so it's just a little bit of natural rock and a footpath like this all the way up. Now we've just got to keep an eye out for this cairn. I think I said last week to the right of the cairn. There we are. There it is. Let's go up. You can just see some light off into the distance. I can't see Keswick, so this is maybe just slightly higher. It could be an aerial, but them lights are pretty high up. And if that's over towards the quarry, let's look at this now. We've now got what, a good inch or so of snow now, so we're going to be pitching on snow tonight. Look at that. Not the first time I've pitched on snow, but it's been a while. And again, the thing with snow is you can't really see the bogs. You know, it's bad enough just on the path here itself, but you could feel it getting a little bit jellified underneath, just a little bit soft. So I know there's a path off to the right here. We'll just stick high right and then come back down, and that's where the bog is down there. Well, pretty much all that, and most of it's covered in this fresh snow, so you can't see any footprints through it. So the ground is still soft underneath this fresh snow. Okay, we're at the second cairn, and for what I remember, we shouldn't be too far off. I think we just got a little boggy section here. I think I'm going to go for the middle and avoid that lower ground, and it's a bit low there, but this is quite high. But then I tell you what, let's venture over to the right here. Just looking because there's a lower point there. Looks almost like there's a path off to the right, but we'll stick close to this one now, and then we should climb up just a little bit more, and then we should be on the top. Right, there we go. This is what I meant last week about, I don't know if I put it in the video, but this is almost the wrong way around because the prevailing is going into it, which is why I thought that maybe more seats on the back end of this, but there's nothing. Right, I've walked up here and I haven't used my gloves yet, but I think I'm going to need them for pitching this tent, and I think I'm just going to go not far from here. I've got to remember which way the door is on the hilly. Must remember that, yeah, this ground here is quite rocky. I think here was where I was going to go last time, so I think what I'll do is I'll pitch up going across almost where my footprints are, going that way. Right, let's get this pitched as quick as we can, so get all the things out. Just watch we don't lose anything in the actual snow itself. It's a different ball game this. I think I might be alright without the gloves for now. What I don't want to do is get them too wet. They're not waterproof. I nearly brought my waterproof ones, but I wish I did. My winter ones are waterproof. One of them is at my house and one of them's up this fell somewhere. Oh, there's snow forming already. Right, the good thing is the wind isn't too bad, so we can get away with faffing around a bit. First thing I want to check is where I think the door is, which I think is this side. Yep, we're all right, we're good to go. Right, so now find a pitch. Right, let's get some pegs in. Lost the pegs already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pegs. That first pole I put in is buried already. I got fairly flat pitch here. Now the pole's in. As I'm putting the poles in, I'm just kind of trying to sort the guy lines out at the same time while I'm doing it, trying not to get tangled. Pitching this. As it's going up, the snow will fall off it, but snow's already forming on my bag. It's getting to the point where I'm having to think about whether I should put gloves on, but hopefully this will go in quickly. Again, if there was any serious wind, I'd definitely have some gloves on at this point, but at the moment we're all right. Nothing too bad at the minute. I think I might just peg these out so that the poles are so the guys are separate, not together. Speed up just a little bit. One, to keep myself warm. Two, just to get these guy ropes untangled. This wind is picking up now, so I want to get these in. Again, my hands are all right actually for now. A little bit numb, but still all right. I know I'm going to be in the tent soon, so I'm not too fussed. It's not biting cold. Doing all the lower guys first just to get the shape. Fingers are getting cold. Like I say, if I didn't know I'd be in the tent in 5 minutes, I'd be definitely trying to put my gloves on. Two more pegs. Right, let's get these sorted so I don't lose anything, and let's get in the tent. Oh dear. Right, where's the camera? Let's go. Okay, so I've just kind of come in the tent. My down pants are wet. Not down pants. Synthetic pants. The steam in here just coming off my body because of the damp in the air. So I'm going to vent this as much as I can just to try. But the difference in heat from being out there and just having this tent around me is massive, massive different. So the next step we're going to do is get organised. You can hear the wind picking up now. So there's two things I want to get organised, is get my mat down, and also, if I do need to retreat, organise that as well. So I can feel the cold coming through already, even though I've got insulated pants on. So this is, why you need to get the mat down as quick as possible. We're on snow, so we're already on cold ground. So I want to get this mat down as quick as we can. So much different. I mean, it's still cold in the tent, but compared to out there, if I'd sat down for more than 20 minutes without gloves on, it would be very cold. So, like I say, I can start to feel the cold getting through this thing now. It was warm at first. Try and get this up as quick as possible. A little bit of snow coming through the top of the tent there, so I just have to zip it up a little bit. Right. Right, we're on the mat. Let's see how long it takes before my legs get actually warm. Not long. I can feel the warmth already. And it just shows you when you've got a good mat This is the Nemo Tenza Extreme. So it shows you when you've got a good mat, it pays dividends to, there you can see how cold it is now. It pays dividends to have a good mat. It's a huge difference. Also, a nice warm jacket and a nice warm sleeping bag. That's not coming out just yet. What I might do is, once these pants have dried off a bit, I will put some down pants on. But for now, I think I'm going to put this jacket on. Again, this is a synthetic jacket, so if it did get wet, which it might because my bag is sodden, I think everything's safe in there for now. Snow coming through a little bit, so you can see what the snow's like now. Oh, I've got my hat. There's my gloves. These are the ones that I didn't want to put on. I mean, they're tiny in these little things, but it's because they're not waterproof. They are synthetic, so they should be alright. There's my micro spikes, which I might need for tomorrow. They're synthetic, but they're not waterproof. But they are quite a nice glove. See, my hands are still a bit wet, so I don't really need them on now anyways. But I've got them just in case. I will keep them out actually. One thing I might lose is this little bag. Yeah, I'll put that back in there with my chest pod. And we've got this to play with tomorrow. I need to get into the other side of my bag. Another faff around. Power bank. Yeah, with the cold, it's the power banks really die. So, you know, in summer I have like a 10,000 amp hour battery. But in winter time I've got, what's this? This is 20, I think. 20,000, 20 amp hour. So it's overkill, but your batteries die a lot quicker in the cold. Now, I am warm. So the temperature outside is wind chill, I would say, -5, and I'm actually warm now.